Well, I have a very tiny little talk, but first of all, I want to thank the Nebraska Arts Council because they have this program where you apply for these shows, and then you find out. They plan a year ahead, a year and a half ahead, and this space is wonderful. Suzanne told me that nobody's work has ever looked bad here, so that sort of, took the pressure off. But anyway, it's such a nice thing to do for artists, I think. Thank you. Suzanne, you all know Suzanne. She's the executive director of the Nebraska Arts Council. And we're proud of her and glad she is. Okay, this particular show was wonderful to prepare for. If you have any of you read my statement?
Yes.
Then I won't need to do this. I've been interested in birds and what they're up to my whole life. When I was really young and couldn't even cross the street yet, I walked around the neighborhood collecting, with my little bag, collecting feathers. And you did that too?
I do it now.
Oh, good. I do it if I happen to see one, but I don't, yeah. And there have been little times all through my life that I have done something that had something to do with a bird. With Kirsten Vandervoort, I helped plan a trip to go see the cranes. And I had Paul Johnsgard for a class, zoology class. And we asked him to do the tour. So we had the guru with us in our little bus. We did that, and then one year, I think it was 1992, I went out to Cedar Point, the field station for the university, and took ornithology from Paul. And I had to live out there for 3 weeks with young people your age, and I was the only old lady there. But it was an amazing experience. So anyway, I think building a nest is an amazing thing, and since I use oil, I can kind of build the nest from the dark, thin colors. When you paint with oil, you start with thin paint and work up to fat paint, which is like white's a fat paint, yellow's a fat paint. And so I really can kind of build those nests with my paint. I work from observation, not from photographs. I prefer that because part of what I like about painting is resolving the puzzle of the painting. And to me, and I know this isn't true, I'm just saying for me, a photograph is already resolved in a way. And if I'm working from observation, I'm interested in what my eye is doing and how it's translating that to my hand and the whole thing. So I do that. It sort of curtails what I do though, because I really don't do landscape, for example, unless I'm in Colorado where the weather's better. But anyway, I would take questions if anybody has them. Maybe you don't, and then you can just party.
Carol, I've got a question.
Yeah.
So everything in here, with a couple of exceptions, I would, if you brought them in, I'd say, oh, that's Carol Thompson's work, because you're very consistent, and with your still lifes and with your really closely observed studies. But I was kind of shocked when I saw that big tree. So
I know.
Where were you going with that, or what are you thinking about?
I was trying to use bigger movements, and it kind of. I thought it would tie the show together with, a tree could be conceived as part of the bird. They're in them a lot, but and the little nest in it. I just thought I needed a big piece, and I don't know if I'll continue to do that as I get older, it's harder to move in a large way. So, you know, I don't know.
Thank you.
Bradley.
I love your shadows as some of the favorite things that I see in a lot of your paintings. Do you have to come back, like when you leave and come back the next day to pick up where you left off? Do you have to go at the same time of day with the shadows?
No, because I don't, because I
It's light.
have true north light.
Okay.
And I keep the lamp that I use right in the position to shut it off. And I can come back in, and I am addicted to my studio. I love it there. And so that's one, and I don't like bugs. And, it's just, there are reasons I paint what I paint, because I can do it in that studio. So. I just have one other person to thank, and it's Arthur, my husband. I like to paint, but I'm not really good at then getting the lists and all the stuff you have to do ready, and he did all that. So that was great, honey. Thank you.
Thank you.